Good morning, guys. Today we're going to take a look at this week's forecast, including Thanksgiving, Wednesday, which is considered the busiest travel day of the year, and then, of course, Black Friday. If we get started here, we're looking at the GFS here. This is this early Monday morning, approximately right now, as you're viewing this video. We have a couple low-pressure systems sitting off the coast, which was a rather close call for our forecast. Could have been a rainy Monday if these two low-pressure systems would emerge closer to the coast. Instead, they take a little bit longer, about 6 hours too long to really impact us. But it does impact areas north of Boston, which actually in Maine they're getting a decent snowfall out of this. Areas are under a winter storm watch currently, but we won't have to worry about that system. So today's going to feature dry conditions, seasonally cool, much like yesterday. And as we head throughout the week here, this is your Tuesday, a high pressure system sitting right over basically right over Virginia, which includes our area. So Tuesday is going to be a nice day. The high pressure slides off to the east. For our Wednesday, it's going to be a beautiful day. So when you're traveling, if you have any travel plans, which I know many of you do, look for a beautiful Wednesday. You won't have to consider the weather when you're forecasting your trip to wherever you may be going. Now, if for some reason you're making the trip all the way across the United States to the West Coast, you might be dealing with a little weather. Pretty big storm sitting off northern Nevada and southern Idaho, delivering snow and rain to the coastal regions of the West Coast. So other than that, it's really going to be a good day to travel. For Thanksgiving itself, it's actually gonna be a pretty mild Thanksgiving this year. No rain and obviously no snow to worry about. I don't know if you guys remember last year, but we had a pretty decent sized snowstorm impact the region. The Wednesday before Thanksgiving last year. Our area was forecasted anywhere from 4 to 8 to 6 to 12 inches of snow. Unfortunately for snow lovers, that didn't pan out so well. As the snow fell, but it had a tough time sticking. So most of us, at least here in Dauphin County, ended up with 1 to 3 inches of snow. Some areas in higher elevations ended up with an inch or two higher than that. But it did impact many travelers out there. So this year is going to go by much smoother with traveling. And if you have I know some stores open early for Black Friday on Thanksgiving, which I work at Target and we're opening at 6 p.m. So if you have plans tailgating or whatever it is that you want to do, the forecast is for dry conditions both Thursday and Friday. So Black Friday, yes, Black Friday. It's going to be we're not going to have to worry about this, I guess you can call it a cold front here. It's not going to impact, it should slow down enough, so Friday remains dry. Thanks to these two high pressure systems holding steady over the southeast, preventing this line here from advancing any further eastward any quicker than it has to. Now, as we do take this further here, Saturday, the line will impact us. So maybe some rain, even some snow showers up in the northern parts is possible Saturday. Nothing substantial. If we take a look at the temperatures here, I'll zoom in on our region. Alright, let's this is today's high temperatures, it's a little, I think it's a little underdone, personally. This is just a weather model, it's not my actual forecast. This is shooting at 39 degrees. I think that's a little underdone with the sunshine. We should hit the lower 40s to mid 40s. Wouldn't even be shocked if we see 50. But I'll say we get up to, most areas we get up to about 45 degrees today. Now as we take this forward here, Tuesday's much like today. Temperatures went a little too far. Here we go. Alright, let's backtrack here. So Tuesday's high temperatures, again in the mid 40s. Northwestern areas, it's going to be a cold one. Temperatures, again, this is probably a little underdone. So probably around 40 degrees or so, which is still cold. And Wednesday, when you're traveling, much of the same. Now as we head to Thursday, Thanksgiving, this is where we actually become mild. Check out this. We're at 54 degrees for our area. But if you're heading south and east towards the beaches, 67, 64, or 66 I mean. 64 in Atlantic City, 60 in Cape May. That's pretty impressive for this time of year. Actually really impressive. That's anywhere from 10 to 15 degrees above normal. So, again, if you have any travel plans or any outdoor activities, whatever you might be doing, it's going to be perfect this year. No, you won't have to worry about any precipitation. You have, for this time of year anyways, the temperatures are going to be relatively mild, at least for Thanksgiving. So if I had to rate this Thanksgiving forecast out of 10, I would give it a solid 9. A perfect Thanksgiving would probably be temperatures slightly warmer than this. Maybe if these 60s snuck into our area, which has happened, believe it or not. A few years back, I remember wearing shorts on Thanksgiving, which personally I'm a fan of the cold and snow, so I wasn't too pleased about that. But I know many of you, I'm part of the minority that actually likes the cold and snow. Regardless, that's this week's going to be nice. What I do want to point out here is if we go back to the beginning here, and then check out this is going to be the long range here. Let's shoot to, alright, here we are. So this is next Saturday. I'm keeping my eye on this system right here. This system could impact our area around the 1st or 2nd of December. Now, it's just a storm signal. I'm keeping my eye on between anywhere from the December 1st to December 3rd for a possible storm to impact our area. Is it going to be snow? I don't know. It's going to be rain? I don't know. I'm just saying that there's going to be a storm. Well, there may not even be a storm, but there's a storm signal for that time period. This particular run here, it's going to change a million times. It looks like it wants to give us a little snow to start, but quickly change into rain. Many models have different scenarios, anywhere from a track up the coast to a track like this, cutting through the lakes. It's so far out, there may not even be a storm, like I said, but I am keeping my eye on a possible storm for the period between December 1st and December 3rd. More likely on the early part of that period, so closer to December 1st. In my opinion, it's our first threat of a possible winter storm this year. Very early thoughts. So it's just something to look at. I wouldn't get too excited about it just yet, or too worried about it, depending how you look at it. So I'm keeping my eye on that. I'll keep you guys updated throughout the week with any changes in the weather. And yep, so that's it. You guys have a good day.